Welcome to the session. We will begin shortly. So I guess here people who are interested in authentication and how to simplify sign-in experience for users. Today we're going to talk about Passkeys and how Passkeys help with passwordless future by using Credential Manager's API. Few words about myself. I'm a developer relations engineer at Google. Before Google, I worked at Lyft and been working on Android about 6 years. So today, what I'm doing is helping developers to use different Android APIs and be successful. So my goals for today is to help developers understand benefits of using Passkeys and help them with Passkeys setup. If you want to have more information or talk to me later, feel free to follow me either in Twitter, or if you're a part of Android Study Slack group, feel free to join this channel and ask any questions about Passkeys, or just connect after this session. I would be happy to answer your questions. So what you will learn today, what are Passkeys, if you never heard about it, and how Jetpack Credential Manager API supports Passkeys, and also unifies other authentication methods. Before we begin, I want to understand how familiar are you with Passkeys? Could you raise your hand if you know what it is? Maybe used it before? Okay, we have a few people here. I guess, how about others? Could you raise your hand if you never heard about it? It's like, what is Passkey? What is this? Okay, I see a few people. Okay, let's clarify that. Passkeys are safer and easier replacements for password. With Passkeys, users can sign into apps and websites using their biometric sensor, such as fingerprint or facial recognition, PIN, or pattern. This provides a seamless sign-in experience, preventing users from having to remember usernames or passwords. Passkeys are based on public key cryptography and offer a significantly safer replacement to passwords and other phishable authentication methods. Passkeys are also based on different industry standards, so it's FIDO standard and also supported on by different platforms like Apple, Microsoft, Google, and a bunch of others. So it's not something that just Google suggests. It's supported across all platforms and recommended one of the most secure way for authentication. According to FIDO Alliance survey, 58% of consumers in the United States have abandoned purchase due to difficulty of managing passwords. So think about it, how it affects your business and how creating a more secure and frictionless sign-in experience will benefit your customers and your business as well. Another number here is 68% of users feel Passkeys are easier to use than traditional methods such as passwords because they don't need to remember them. And also, it's more secure. It's in accordance with Google internal research. So how do they work? Let's take a look at the technology that is behind it. When generating a passkey, a private and public key is created. The public key is sent to the server while the user keeps the private key. Then when the user wants to sign in again, the private key is used to prove to the server that the user possessed the private key. All the user needs to do is to simply use the device screen lock, such as biometric unlock, to enable this transaction. Passkeys are synchronized between the user devices, so even if they lose the device, they won't lose access to their credentials. Passkeys also make sign-in experience simpler, providing multi-factor authentication in one single step. So on this UI, you can see how it's simple for a user just to use the passkey, unlock the phone, and sign in seamlessly without any friction. So how Passkeys are supported on Android? We developed Credential Manager's API for that. And Credential Manager brings the possibility of supporting sign-in mechanism within the different sign-in mechanisms within a single API. So it supports Passkeys plus passwords plus other federated sign-ins such as Google sign-in. Credential Manager API is already available to test on existing devices and will be fully launched with official launch of Android 14. The beta version of it is coming pretty soon. It's going to be in a couple of weeks. And a few weeks after beta, we expect also the release version. So if you start even integrating right now, by the end of your integration, we will release the final version of it. It's also initially available on phones and tablets, and support for other form factors such as Wear OS, Android TV, and Android Auto will be coming soon. Credential Manager brings together passkeys and traditional sign-in methods, such as password and federated sign-ins, into a consolidated interface for the user, and a unified API for developers as well. This has several benefits. First of all, users will enjoy seeing all these credentials in one place. Passwords, passkeys, and federated sign-ins, such as Google Sign-in, are supported in the same experience. Now that users might be confused by seeing so many options, that's why Credential Manager actually makes the experience much simpler by showing only the most preferable way, the safest and the simplest authentication method. So for example, if user has both passkeys and password for the account, Credential Manager will choose the passkeys because it's more secure and safer for a user to sign in. They can also choose other methods if they want. On devices with Android 13 or lower, passkeys and passwords are saved and retrieved from Google Password Manager. That way, if a user loses their Android device, they can always restore their passkeys on another Android device by just signing with their Google account. But to use passkeys, they also would need to use the device screen lock for that. So that's why it makes them even more secure. Support for other credentials providers will be coming starting from Android 14 later this year. Let's look how API works actually. So when user logs into your application, what you need to do is to create a passkey. That's why you use Credential Manager for this. The private key is going to be stored in the credential store on the user device, and the public key is going to be sent to a server. So for client side, you will use Credential Manager's API on Android. For the server side, you can use any open source libraries. We have a bunch of libraries right now that are open source and supported and are really great solutions. Or you can maybe implement your in-house solution if you want, but there are a bunch of libraries already available. This is how the end-to-end process is presented to the user. So first of all, once user is logged in, you can ask them to create a passkey because you already know that this is the validated user. And when you present this screen to a user, explain them that passkeys are a more secure way because it's a new concept to a user, and it's important to educate them how passkeys are better than passwords. On the third screen, user will associate passkey with the account, and they would need to use the biometrics to unlock the screen, and it enables the transaction of creating passkeys. So the private key is going to be saved on the user device, and the public key will be sent to the server. So you will know that this user has passkeys created. Very simple. Let's look how then users can use this passkey for authentication. Basically, it's the same flow. Your application just needs to use Credential Manager's API to get credentials, and then once it gets it, it sends them to the server, validates them on the server, and authenticates users successfully. This is the flow the user will see when authenticating with passkeys. So very simple. Credential Manager API just shows them sign in with passkey dialog, and they can just tap next, unlock the screen, and they successfully sign in. Don't need to remember passwords, don't need to remember the username. Very simple user experience and much more successful. And of course, secure. So what we have today, right now, passkeys already supported on Chrome. It has full support, and 3P Password Manager's compatibility comes later this year. For Android, we have alpha version of Credential Manager's API already available for you, and beta is coming just in a few weeks. So if you start integrating right now, by the end of your integration, I believe you're going to use the most stable version or even the release version that is coming a few weeks after the beta version. But if you want to use other credential providers, it's going to be fully available with Android 14 launch later this year. I believe somewhere September, October, somewhere at that time. So these are just few links to resources. If you want to just scan them or take a screenshot, we have some code samples, we have code labs, we have documentation available. Please check it out, and please use this for Passkey adoption. Also, I can help you to get connected if you have any questions with engineers or product managers, if you have any feature requests, or if you have any specific questions to me about this API, would be happy to answer them.